Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your buddy Rob Molina back at it again with another little episode. So, little episode hopefully is less than 10 minutes. So, I'm gonna get right into why we're here. So, I was, luckily nominated by an awesome channel that goes by the name of Nakama Collectibles. So, if you guys have not heard of Nakama Collectibles, it's a fantastic channel. They basically delve into the world of anime. They delve into the world of Funko Pops. They delve into the world of Japanese culture. They're basically they set the benchmark, when it comes to, channels that sort of like are very knowledgeable on the world of anime, knowledgeable like in the sense that, they know what they're talking about. I mean, you talk about Dragon Ball Z, they got it. You talk about a new show like Demon Slayer, they know about it. So yeah, these guys were awesome enough to have selected me as another small YouTuber, as they say, and they basically asked me to answer these questions to the best of my abilities. So by the best of my ability means, I guess I'm gonna try to condense this into a very short video that you guys can stomach and that you guys can tolerate, and without you guys having to listen to me whatever talk my butt off. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for doing this, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So here we go, guys. So it says, describe your content in one sentence. So I guess with me, it's pretty simple. Of course, I like to talk about Funko Pops. Of course, I like to talk about mystery minis. Of course, I do collect statues. I do collect figures. Of course, I'm like, just like the Nakamas, I do enjoy the world of anime, and a lot of the things I do collect are sort of anime inspired. So yeah, I would say in one quick sentence, I guess I'm all those things, so I've gained inspiration from all these different channels, whether it's, anime related, DC related, Marvel related, I love it all, I enjoy it all, and I consume it all. So yeah, that's basically it. So number 2, it says, what equipment do you use to film? This one, very simple. It's my iPhone 7. It's basically my go-to piece of equipment. I basically film and edit with the camera, and yeah, I guess so far so good. The quality may not be up there with, say, like an iPhone 10 or something much newer, but I make it work. So yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So the third question says, what do you use to edit? This one, once again, very simple. A lot of the time I do use the iMovie app. I've used other apps that you can locate on the Apple Store, the free apps, like Splice, like KineMaster. I've used a number of different ones to sort of like spruce things up and to make it more palatable, and to basically make it more entertaining for you guys to tune in. So yeah. So number 4, it says, which YouTuber do you resemble most in content? So this one, I guess it's a bigger question. I guess I resemble a lot of the YouTube channels that sort of focus on collectibles and Funko Pops. So I guess in that way, I guess I resemble many of them and all of them. I think they all do a fantastic job of sort of implementing sort of cool like dynamics, whether they use comedy, whether they use anime, whether they use anything that sort of will gravitate and sort of inspire people to tune in and watch over and over again. So yeah, I guess that one, I guess there's a bunch of people, so the list could go on. Of course, I would say I've gained inspiration from Jupe's Vids, Nakama Collectibles, Judge Jack, Nerdsmithing. So all those guys are fantastic in every way. So yes, thank you to you guys for sort of putting that thought bubble and that idea into my head. So thank you guys. So of course, the next one is It says, which big YouTuber would you love to collab with and why? This one, I would say it's a very simple question. I think anybody that's doing what we're doing, whether it's, whether they have 100 subscribers or 1,000 or 10,000, whatever the case may be, to me, they're all, big in their own way. To me, it's not about how many subscribers you do have. To me, if you enjoy what you're doing and you're basically entertained and sort of inspired to, put yourself out there on camera and, to talk about a passion and something that you thoroughly enjoy, then to me, that's big time. So, yeah, I mean, I would love to, do a live with any one of the people that I, just talked about, whether it's Henry and Leslie over at Nakama, whether it's Andy over at Nerdsmithing, whether it's Charles, Jack, and Lila over at Judge Jack, the list goes on. I mean, like, all these guys are fantastic in every way, and I'd be more than happy to, set aside some time and to do a live stream or to do a co-op vid. Yeah, I'm there. I'd love to do it. I've done a stream or two before, and they're fun, and it's on the fly, and it's the way I like it. Definitely more. It's more engaging. You feel like you're talking to somebody. So yeah, that's the best way I can answer that question. It says number 6. Does your channel meet the new monetization guidelines? This one, I guess, will be simple. I guess you have to have 1,000 supporters or subscribers, and you have to have, I think, between 3,000 and 4,000 viewed hours. So the way it's going now, I'm nowhere near that. I think I'm at 300 plus subscribers. So I'm definitely content with that. Whether I'm close to that 4,000, 3,000, hour milestone, I seriously doubt it. But yeah, I can see why YouTube uses that as a benchmark, and I guess in order to be successful and to be monetized, you have to reach that standard. So I'm happy where I'm at. I've been more than lucky to have made some cool friendships and connections. So to me, that's what it's all about. So monetization, whatever. I'm not worried about it. So number 7 says, do you think the new guidelines are fair? To me, I get it. Everything is run like a business, so in order to be marketable, in order to basically pay the bills, in order to, basically, I guess, to be deemed worthy, I guess you have to have a certain, sort of standard. So yeah, that's fine. Whether I'm way below that standard or if someday I'm lucky enough to exceed that standard, then so be it. It is what it is. But is it fair or unfair? To me, it's not that big of a deal. So I'll continue doing what I'm doing, and I'll continue, being, the goofball that I am, and I hope you guys are there for the journey. So the next one says, what do you classify as a small YouTuber? To me, another simple question. To me, if you're passionate about something, and if you enjoy something, and you're able to sort of communicate that via YouTube, via Twitter, via Twitch, any number of those platforms, to me, you're not small time. To me, it takes somebody with some courage and some it takes somebody with some grit to do that. So to me, I don't constitute anybody as a small YouTuber. If you like it, then yeah, cool, then do it. Do what makes you happy. So to me, I guess I'm constituted as a small YouTuber. That's the way I like it. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. I've made plenty of friendships along the way with people that are awesome, that are small YouTubers. So I guess we'll stick together, us small guys. All right. So yeah. The next one, it says 9. If you had more money, equipment, support, what content would you make? I guess as far as that goes, I guess a lot of people do mystery boxes. A lot of people do like that vlogging style. That I've noticed. So if they go to a con, if they're going toy hunting, if they're going anywhere, that's sort of like a cool hotspot, then yeah, I guess I would love to do that. If I had a super expensive camera and the boom mic and all the lighting and all the other sort of bells and whistles, then yeah, like I said, I mean, I guess I would love to do more of that style. Sort of like the vlogging, hanging out with my friends, going to the local flea market, going to a local antique shop, going to wherever spot people go to find some cool artifacts, to find some cool toys, to find whatever they're looking for. So yeah, I guess that's the best way I can answer that question. It says number 10, do you watch and support other small YouTubers? Yes. So I mean, the way I started off was I was just a simple sort of viewer, simple sort of fanboy. I watched a lot of different channels along the way. So I watched Nerdsmithing, I watched Judge Jack, I watched Dr. Applesauce. I watched all these channels before they sort of blossomed into much bigger channels, and watched guys like Funko Pop Academy, so Ryan and Catherine. So definitely I started off with them when they were much smaller channels, and look at them now. Like, a lot of these channels are like way over 1,000 subscribers, and it's well deserved. These channels work their butts off. They put out some awesome content. So yeah, I support everybody and anybody. So I know a couple of weeks ago, or I say it like a week ago, I helped out a couple of channels reach their milestone of 100 or 150. So I tried to sort of help when needed, just because I've been helped along the way. So channels like Forever Freaky Funko have helped me. They helped me reach 300. Judge Jack, so Charles, Jack, and Lila, definitely helped me get to 350. So the two biggest milestones I've had lately were via a friend, a Funko friend, a Funko family that I've made throughout like the last several months. So yeah, big thanks goes out to you guys, and I try to do the same by paying it forward. So the three hobbies that I partake in and that I and try to enjoy as much as possible, I guess, would be golfing. Is one hobby that I definitely enjoy. I definitely do not get the time to play it as often as I'd like. Just trying to find the time to connect with buddies and sort of figure out a day and a time and a place to do those things makes it almost impossible. But yes, when I do get a chance, I love to play golf. I guess I'm a halfway decent hack when it comes to it. So yeah, I definitely enjoy that. Another hobby I would say would have to be video gaming. So as you guys can see, I've got my little Xbox controller over here. Definitely enjoy playing first-person shooters. So when it comes to games like Black Ops, when it comes to games like Modern Warfare, it's right up my alley. Of course, games like Halo, definitely games that I thoroughly enjoy. So do I get to play them as often as I can? Not really, but it is a hobby. It's something I do enjoy when I do, gather the time to do those things. And of course, last but not least, I guess, would be collecting. Would be the obvious one. Yeah, I mean, I guess I've always been a collector of something, throughout, my childhood and throughout adulthood. So whether it was sneakers, whether it was DVDs, whether it was comics, basically I've collected anything and everything. So yeah, that would be the obvious choice for that one. Another question is, when do you upload? So with me, just when I can. There's been times, or there's been weeks where I've uploaded 4 videos in a weekend. There's been times where I haven't uploaded anything in weeks. But I try to be as consistent as possible. I try to put stuff out there that I know people will like, I know people will enjoy. So yeah, I guess on average, I would say once or twice a week is my typical pattern. It says another one. It says, where do you want your channel to be in a year's time? So yeah, guys, I'm guessing a year from now, I would love to be, I just want to be happy. Me, connecting with you guys, me sort of helping, other channels, me sort of, providing, just some like comments and sort of showing support, is where I want to be. So it makes me happy to support others. It makes me happy to basically help other channels blossom, and into bigger and better versions of themselves. So yeah, I mean, to me, if I'm at 400 subscribers in a year's time, or 500, I'll be happy. I'll be ecstatic. I'll be excited for any number of viewers or viewing time. So yeah, to me, I've always just stayed with that sort of motto, is that as long as I'm happy, as long as I'm enjoying it, then I'll continue doing it. So numbers do not mean a thing, at least to me. They do not. I guess the last two questions are, all right, it says, tell us your social medias. So yeah, guys, I mean, anybody that knows my channel knows that I'm always, sort of providing support, putting up a comment on people's Instagram pages, always, signing up for a giveaway, stuff like that. So I'm always like a constant presence in the social media sort of circus that we all are a part of. But if you guys want to connect with me on Instagram, it's Rob_Molina 16. So Molina is Molina, and of course, anybody that's on Twitter, you've seen me there as well. I'm always, basically retweeting, anything and everything, whether it's something funny, whether it's something anime related. You guys have seen me on there. So my Twitter handle is at rmolina16. So yeah, it's just all one word, no underscores. It's just rmolina16. And the last but not least, I guess the last question is, do you put pineapple on pizza? So this one, I don't use pineapple typically on pizza. Me, I'm kind of like a plain Jane kind of guy. I do like just a plain cheese pizza, maybe with some mushroom on it, maybe with some little extra cheese, maybe some pepperoni. But am I against pineapple? No, not at all. I mean, I love fruit. I love anything. Of course, you don't get a dad bod like mine without eating, anything and everything. So yeah, I'm not against pineapple in any way. So yeah, if it's edible, I'll consume it. I'll put it in this mouth of mine. So yeah, guys, hopefully this video did not go on super long. I just want to thank Henry and Leslie over at Nakama Collectibles for selecting me as as another channel that they wanted to sort of kind of pick their brain and see how they'd answer these questions. So yeah, I tried to answer them to the best of my ability, and hopefully, I'm guessing maybe a lot of you guys will answer these questions in a similar fashion. So I guess since I'm gonna pay it forward, and since I'm gonna select somebody else, I'd like to select two other channels to sort of follow suit with this small YouTuber line of questioning. So the two people I'm gonna nominate, I guess at this point in time, will be, let's see. So I'm gonna go with sort of somebody that I've watched all along, and of course I'm gonna nominate Judge Jack. So of course I nominate you, Charles, you Jack, and you, Lila, to sort of answer these line of questions. So hopefully you guys can sort of like give us some insight into what you guys think and how you'll respond. And I guess the other channel would have to be, I'm trying to think now. Well, okay, so I'm guessing I'm gonna go with a channel like, I guess, Peyton's Pop Planet. She's a new channel, basically brand new, but she's making headway, basically, just like lining up subscribers left and right. So yeah, I'd like to see how Peyton's Pop Planet would sort of answer these questions. So yeah, guys, I'll wrap it up by saying, thank you guys for tuning in as always, and thank you to Henry and Leslie over at Nakama Collectibles for, of course, basically trying to get me to, film this little bit. So yeah, guys. All right. Well, with that being said, wish you guys the best. I guess I'll see you guys in the next vid. All right, guys. Bye.